Welcome to the final episode of Aviary Attorney. Last time we've cleared the bad ending and the neutral ending. And now we're going to do the good ending, or rather, the true ending. So, let's do this. So we covered case 4B. And as you can tell, the 14th was the day of the revolution, which basically drawn into this. So 4A and 4B are connected. But now we move to February 10th. In which is going to be the final one in which we're going to go in right about now. February 10th, Falcon decides to offer his services to the king. Oh man. You kicked so much derriere at the impromptu trial yesterday. Those rebels were all like, we're executing this punk mob justice, rah rah rah. But you were all like, this is how we do things in France, chicken pluckers. This isn't how we do things in France, chicken pluckers. And then they were all like, Sparrowson, let's get serious for a moment. Serious? You just pulled off the craziest lawyering move in the history of French law. We should be celebrating. We don't have time to pull out the champagne. Didn't you see the anger in the rebels' eyes? Didn't you feel the tension in the air? We're just days away from violence breaking out onto the streets. Oh yeah, I guess another revolution might be around the corner. But exactly what can we do? We've already told police everything we know. Unless you don't think you're arming yourself to the teeth and fighting the rebel forces yourself, are you? What? No! You watch far too many action operas. I was thinking about preparing a legal case. Case? For whom? At their core, all historical revolutions center on trials. A nation's rulers are tried and held accountable for their crimes. But you saw the horrendous trial that took place last night. Nobody cares about due process when emotions are running high. Regardless of the outcome of the revolution, we need to make sure that everybody has an equal opportunity for justice. That makes sense. So what's the plan? We head to Cornell's Tavern and hand out some business cards? Think bigger. Who will the rebels target? The king? Exactly. To the Palace Royal! Act 4B. Equality. Falcon and Sparrowson rush to the Palais Royal to arrange a private audience with the king. After filling in a pile of forms, the two are led to a waiting area. Are you here to see the king? That's right. Okay, take a number and wait to be called. Take a number? Yep, just wait your turn. More fools who have come to see the king. Let me guess. Loyals? That's right. How did you... I know you! You're the Prime Minister, Monsieur Guizot. Oh, wow. You're right, Sparrowson. 'Tis an honor to meet you, Prime Minister. Spare the formalities. You two are here to offer the king legal aid, aren't you? Yep, we're going to offer him assistance for the upcoming rebellion. Let me give you a word of advice. Don't bother. Excuse me? The king doesn't take kindly to any form of criticism. He buries his head so far in the sand that one could swear he's an ostrich. One will think that 7 assassination attempts would be enough for a man to learn that he is detested. With all due respect, Prime Minister, I think the King of France isn't mature enough to not let his ego get in the way of senses. One would think. Order! That's us. 'Twas a pleasure meeting you, monsieur. Good luck. You'll need it. 24! Got it, number 24! Good day, Majesty. A good day, messieurs. A good day, messieurs. I don't think they're going with power voice again. Can I help you with something? Oh, I probably should have prepared a speech beforehand. That would have been smart, huh? Just wing it. Right, let's see. How's it start? Your Majesty, what I'm about to say is of the utmost importance. Please listen closely. Okay, I'm listening. Okay, I'm about to dump it down for you. Murder is about to go down. Time to get gangster. Okay. Okay. Fucking go gangster. Across the whole city, everyone of every class is getting angry. Murder is. I swear I can't pull my blackness. I swear. No, let me get this right. Across the whole city, everyone of every class is getting angry. I can't even go about saying this shit. I'm saying I'm just gonna bust out laughing. Take three. Fight it, Izzy. Fight it. Across the whole city, everyone of every class is getting angry. This game is breaking me. I swear to God, this game's breaking me. Hold on. Well, you said just wing it. Sparrowson, fuck it, I'm winging it. Across the whole city, everyone of every class is getting angry. Murder is about to go down, yo. Murder is about to go down, yo. Such fine language! We humbly offer our aid. We are sure that such a pitiful revolt will blow over in no time at all. Nonetheless, we would like to humbly offer our aid as lawyers. We may be of great use to the throne in this troublesome time. I think I understand. You do? I understand that you are Falcon on us, attempting to screw a self-made bourgeois of his hard-earned cash. You have some nerve to even imply that my people hate me. I am the Citizen King. I am beloved by all. Beloved kings tend to experience fewer assassination attempts. Beck, have these two crooks thrown in jail? Maybe that'll teach them a thing or two about respect. Oh, Your Majesty! You can't be serious. Oh, he was serious. Well, this is another fine mess you got me into. There's no need for the attitude, Sparrowson. We won't be in here for long. Once we receive a court hearing, the judges will no doubt dismiss our charges instantly. And how long will it take us for? And how long will it take for us to get a court hearing? Tell me that, Monsieur Multi Pants. A week or so, I'm guessing. I can see why that might be a problem. The revolution could be in full swing by then. What to do? We could try escaping. Don't be ridiculous. Nobody has ever escaped from the concierge before. Oh, but nobody has ever locked the genius person, his witty lackey Falcon, into the same jail before. Some suggestion. Got any better ideas? Okay, let's break out of prison. Fantastic! Well, if there's a dent in here, one of us could hide. Hide? What would that accomplish? Well, God will eventually come in and be like, "Where's the other prisoner?" And then we could use the monster confusion to push him over and escape. Do you really think an experienced guard would be confused by a prisoner hiding in a little hole in the wall? We can do better. There's a bit of scrap metal in this hole. I think it broke off an iron shackle. We can dig through the stone walls with this. See? So scratchy. That may actually work if we had a decade or two. So that's a maybe on the stone digging scheme. Well, I'll keep it in mind in case the king decides to go on. Oh man, this dialogue is funny. It's amazing that I'm trying to keep a straight face while I'm doing this. Oh, I'll keep it in mind in case the king decides to go all Count of Monte Cristo on us. Fireplace. Been bricked up. So escaping up the chimney is an option. Look, Falcon in this brick! We can wait for a guard to transfer us to someplace. Sneak up behind him, and then we get a death sentence for murder. I think not. Let's search a little harder. Bitch, give me a leg up, and I can grab on and shimmy my way over somewhere. Let's be honest, Sparrowson. None of us have the physical prowess to shimmy anywhere. I give up. So soon? Yes, trying to escape from a notoriously inescapable prison wasn't the smartest plan we have ever devised. Well. That voice. That condescending tone. Just what are you two bird brains doing? Severin! Are you alright? Yes, I'm fine. The injuries I sustained were mostly superficial. The doctor advised me not to do anything strenuous anytime soon, but he gave me the all clear for returning to my job. So tell me, why did I get a memo informing me that J.J. Falcon and Sparrowson were being held in the concierge for treason? It's all Falcon's fault! Naturally. I figure that if a revolution is inevitable, then we should do our best to ensure that the uprising proceeds in an organized manner. The less bloodshed, the better. Okay, so what'd you do? Well, for the king our assistance, we said that we would defend him in court if and when such a need arises. Well, we didn't quite use those words. This isn't the time. This isn't the first time the king had someone in prison for something so pointless. What a pig-headed fool. Consider your charges dropped. Alright, let's get out of here! Hold on. You've caught my interest with this idea of yours. A bloodless revolution. You're absolutely right in that. If the king is captured, the citizens will devolve into an unruly mob of animals. We should prepare a formal trial. No, we should preempt it. We? You going to help us? Of course. This isn't a task that can be handled by two birds alone. What do you mean by preempt, simply? We go on the offensive. We charge the king with crimes against the French people before the rebels can even act. We can do that. They can certainly try. I'll start building a case against the king. My argument would be focused on the king's gluttonous and irreverent fiscal policies, his lack of commitment to his socio-political promises, his overall ineptitude and irresponsibility on all facets of his duties as a monarchical ruler, and of course, his denial of universal suffrage. Obviously. How am I supposed to defend the king from all that? You can't. If you try to argue with logic and facts, this hypothetical trial will inevitably result in a landslide guilty verdict. So I suggest that you take a different approach. Appeal to the king's character. Try to win the people's hearts with tales of the beloved citizen king. He hasn't been called citizen king for like 10 years. That's what I suggest. But consider this. You don't need to win the case. You just need to make a strong enough argument that the trial is fair. All that remains is ensuring that the king can be peacefully brought to the courthouse when the protests start to turn violent. That's a job for the police and royal guard. I'll inform Inspector Valete of our plan so he can prepare accordingly. At least I would if I could find him. Inspector Valete is missing. Apparently. He's taken informal leave of absence since Wednesday. Hold on, Falcon. One thing eludes me. As you probably figured, Inspector Valete had me perform an investigation into your past. He thought you were the Viridian killer, crazy as it sounds. And, well, I'm sorry for doing that. It's quite invasive of me, but I can't help but wonder. Why did you change your name around 1830? Because mine was ashamed, I suppose. I had a family name to live up to. My grandfather was something of a successful lawyer. So when I turned up to my law classes, when I turned up to my classes at law school, people would gawp at me. They would say, "Wow, you have big shoes to fill, and your grandfather would be proud." But I was a terrible law student. Mediocre at best. I knew that deep down, I would never be that. I would never be half the man my grandfather was. Fascinating. Who was your grandfather, if you don't mind me asking, Falcon? Doesn't matter. At the end of the day, he was just another overly opinionated rebel who died in the old revolution. I see. Well, let's not dilly-dally any longer. We've duties to carry out. Right! We're going to find antidotes and we're going to defend the king way, likes it or not. A new day. And we've only had 6 places to go through before the actual trial. So we have to find evidence. So, Let's go to see Reynald Lopez of R&M Associates.
Visitors, Monsieur Lopez, visitors!
Visitors Monsieur Falcon and Monsieur Sparrowson. How may I help you two today? We're doing very well, Monsieur, but we don't have much time, so let me cut to the chase. We're collecting positive antidotes about the king. Would you happen to have any? Positive antidotes? How curious. As it happens, I've met the king twice. Once, as you know, I was in my Juan Criado persona. Oh, right, of course. I don't think that story will be any use to us. What was the other incident? I can tell you, but there's a price. Are you serious? You're such a money grabber. Fox has to eat, monsieur. Okay. Fine. How much do you want? 40 francs on good? 10,000. Okay. Sounds good. Sparrowson paid him, man. I don't know how bourgeois you think we are, Falcon, but neither of us are bourgeois enough to flaunt that amount of cash. No matter. I'm sure you'll think of some way of repaying the debt. Between that and my medical bills, we should be ready for basic things like food by the year. 4,000? Let's not worry about the debt for now, messieurs. Let me just tell you the story. It was several years ago, 1841, I believe. I was lingering around the Air de la City. I was in the pursuit of an investigative lead, so I adopted the persona and outfit of a sickly beggar. That's when I was approached by a kind-faced man. It was the king himself! He took a 20-franc coin out of his pocket. The king gave money to a sick beggar. What is someone who looked like a sick beggar? That's great, we can use that! I'm not done, monsieur. The king took out the coin and said, I know what it's like to be poor. When I was your age, I only had 1,000 of these to my name. Then he pocketed the coin and left. Oh. I'll make note. Gave financial advice to the poor and needy. I hope that antidote was of some use to you, monsieur. Might be. But I don't feel that we got 10,000 francs worth of material. I see. No matter, just keep me in mind if you ever see a potential client. We will. Have a pleasant day, monsieur. That Barbara charm is what I got. So now, let's go to the Palais of Justice. Excuse me, Judge Maxime. Oh, hello, Falcon. Nice work on that catacomb business. Word has really spread about your impromptu luring skills. Really? I'm gaining a reputation. I helped you! Of course you did, Robington? Sparrowson. Right, Sparrington. Sparrington. Judge Maxime, I don't suppose Monsieur Cocorico has filled you in on what we've been working on since then? And no, he hasn't. How to put this? I'm going blunt. We're bringing down the king. We're plotting to take down the king of France. Well, Falcon, you could try being a little less brazen about it. Treason, is it? You might want to be a little bit more careful with your words, monsieur. It's not as if we're going to be bombing his place of residency. We just intend on holding a trial. Cocorico is going to prosecute him for crimes against the citizens and whatnot. Ah, I see. And I suppose you want me to educate? Yep. To be honest, messieurs, I'm not convinced that you have the right attitude to take on this case. Maybe you should leave this to lawyers who have a little more experience. I see. Well, thank you anyway. Let's make a move, Sparrowson. What about a judge? Doesn't matter. Let's focus on building a solid defense case for the king, and we can wing it from there. Maybe we can hold this. Maybe we can even. Let me read that. Maybe we can even hold the trial without any judges at all. Just Cocorico, me, and the king in the middle. It's strange, Falcon. You're like your grandfather, and yet you're nothing like him. Wait, you knew my grandfather? Well, I wouldn't say knew. I was just a teenager when he was causing havoc in the courtrooms. But of course, I'm familiar with his work. Falcon, I find your career choice peculiar. Your grandfather worked so hard to prosecute King Louis the 16th. Your grandfather worked so hard to prosecute King Louis the 16th. And yet, here you are, rigorously working to defend your own king. Just like him, you would make an excellent prosecutor. So why did you choose the rocky path of a private defender? Let's face it, I'm with the Force. I'm not entirely sure, but I think it's about balance. My grandfather led the way with his prosecutional techniques, but I always wondered where the equality was. Who speaks for the other side? That's an interesting approach. Oh, just look at the time. I'm due back in the courtroom. But before I go, let me just say I will be happy to educate your trial, Falcon. Really? That's fantastic. Thank you, Your Honor. It's no trouble. Show me what the son of Maximilien Robespierre is capable of. And that's the name of his grandfather. So, next is the Pont des Arts. Monsieur Kingsley, we need your help. Hey, it's about time someone around here print my skills. Your fishy skills, right? The time's ugly, wise guy. This has nothing to do with fishing. Let me cut the preamble. We're looking for people who have positive stories about the king. Would you happen to have any? Sorry, huh? Came to the right guy. Have a well of a story for you. So the other day, I was fishing, and I caught this monster of a catfish. 2 meters long easy. There we go. I caught a fish, and it was this big. Oh, sure, I drag a 90-kilogram falcon out of the water, and everyone buys it. But I came to catch one big fish in it, so everyone's a skeptic. Please continue on the story, Monsieur Kingsley. All right. So, anyway, the king of all people happens to be walking by with his entourage. They all clapped and cheered and came over to see the fish. And the king says, I'm hungry. Let's cook this fella up. And he just walks over my fish. Can you believe that? Okay. I can believe that. Seems like something a royal penguin would do. Did you at least get paid for your fish? Oh yes, one of the royal guards was nice enough to flip 1 franc my way. 1 franc! He might as well just flip the butt! No offense. Aha! So the king supports the local fishing industry. I'm writing this down. I have no idea if this story will be of any use to us, but we appreciate your time, monsieur. Good day to you. Bye, monsieur fisherman! Hey! Don't go away, fisherman! Next, to the library. Okay, here we go. Nathan never lets us down for useful information. I'm sure he's got something interesting and pleasant to say about the king. Oh. Monsieur Montiers. Perhaps you will surprise me saying that she asked to take out a book. Nope, just usual. Today, endless stream of questions. You take the encyclopedia. Well, go on then. Ask whatever drivel you want to ask. Is the king a good leader? From your well-educated standpoint, is King Louis Philippe a good leader as far as leaders go? I can't fault the king's pro-business spirit, but the big industry leaders love him. Oh, this sounds promising. Of course, this comes at the expense of everyone who isn't a bourgeois. The wealth divide is stronger than ever. Maybe not. You can forget about the socially progressive policies. The king signs off on all gazettes backward-thinking policies. And, of course, in terms of leadership charisma, the king is about as personable as a rotten pear. That'll do, monsieur. A simple no would have sufficed. Have you ever met King Louis Philippe? Have you ever met King Louis Philippe? I have. As a matter of fact, he occasionally drops by this library to check out books. Unlike some people. What sort of books does he check out, monsieur? Thick books. I believe the last one he checked out was An Expansive History of the Macedonian Empire. I had no idea that the king was interested in academic history. I make note that King Louis Philippe is a well-read and intelligent man. It must be said that the books are usually returned with footprints on the covers. This leads me to believe that the king may just use them to stand on during speeches. Oh. They just leave that part out. So there we go. Was there anything else? That's all. That'll be all. Thank you for your time and patience, monsieur. I look forward to your next round of idiotic questions. I really do. Next day. Le Conard. No, actually, Les Halls. Time for some shopping, Falcon? Maybe later. Now we need to find people who have spoken to the king. He's been known to pass through Les Halls on occasion, so if we're lucky.
Hey, monsieur, is us remember?
We remember. Are you keeping well, madame?
Absolutely, never been better. So what can I tell you today?
Information. We're looking for positive stories about the king. I don't suppose you have any?
The king? No. I haven't got nothing to say about the king. The king's a smelly exy! Quiet, child. You know what they say about the king having spies everywhere? Spies?!
Calm down, Sparrowson. The rumors of the king having an elaborate spy network are patently untrue.
Then how you explain the shutdown banquets, huh? The government's clamping down on anyone dissents, you know.
Let's get this conversation back on track. Joey, can you tell us why the king's a smelly egg thief?
My name's not Joey. It's nothing you need to concern yourself with, messieurs.
Please go on. Please, go on, madam. Don't worry, we aren't spies. At least I don't think we are.
I know, I trust you guys. See,
A couple of years ago, we were running a shop. Antiques and odds and ends.
And we had an egg.
It was this golden egg. Super precious. We must have bought that thing for 200 francs, and it was easily worth 10 times that. We were planning on making a tidy sum from it. I see. An investment egg. So what happened?
One day, we were visited by the king, no less. And old King Lufio shows an interest in our egg. So we were thinking this would be our chance to make bank, right? But then the geezer just goes and waddles off with it.
Without paying you?
Oh yeah, he paid us all right.
What's this?
The coin one of the guards flipped our way. It isn't even French.
I think this is British. One of the crazy imperial unicorns from a crazy imperial country. I have no idea what the British-French exchange rate is, but can we buy this off you, madame?
Put your wallet away and keep it. It's worthless to me.
So we take the coin.
Isn't that egg bankrupt us? It put us out on the streets. But now we bounce back. Satan and Gumbed. Better than ever.
That's excellent to hear. Anyway, we must take our leave. You've been a huge help, madame.
We're going to kick that king's butt and get your egg back.
Hold on. We're supposed to be defense. Next day. Les Connards! Just a dodo I wanted to see. Madame Quinel, quick question. Have you ever served the King of France?
Good one, hon. That's hilarious. Me serving the king? Me? Would you like some wine, your majesty? I can't wait to serve the King of Denmark.
I think that was a no. And I think you might be right. Well, to ye old drinking room. Inspector Valetta? Oh dear. Hello, Inspector.
Falcon! J. Falcon!
Yes.
I think I made a mistake.
I'll say. Do I see two empty bottles of Russian vodka? It's a mystery how you're still standing.
No. Listen. This is important.
Inspector, maybe we should have this conversation when you're a little more sober.
No, Falcon. Listen. Falcon, my foot. Falcon. I thought you were the water kid.
The what?
The Viridian killer. The man. The man. The man who injured me in the July Revolution.
You thought I was a Viridian killer? How did you even come to that conclusion?
I saw that you changed your name around 1930 and I
You made an assumption. Wait, is that why you gave Severin a tip-off? Were you trying to lure the animal out of me or something?
I'm sorry, Falcon!
It was a mistake! Just do you forgive me? Yes. Yeah, sure. I forgive you for assuming that I'm a mass murderer, and then for nearly killing me and Severin in order to prove it. Oh, thank you! Thank you, Falcon! Now, listen closely, Inspector. I have a favor to ask of you. Favor for you! Say anything. Maybe we should wait till the inspector's a little more coherent. No! I want to help. I was the most paper did! Excellent. So Severin and I are planning a case, a very big case against the King of France. We intend on trying him before the rebels can get their hands on him. When the rebellion starts, we would like you to bring the king to the courthouse. Do you think you can do that? And Inspector? You are synthesizers to the rebel. This isn't treason, Inspector. We're ensuring the safest outcome to an inevitable revolution. You are truth. You are truth. Your truth. Vastnet. Yes. Calm. How is you incoherent? Yeah, I guess you were right, Sparrowson. Well, Inspector, maybe you should contact us if you change your mind and once you've sobered up. Boy, Is he still hicking? Yes, he's still hicking while we're in the drinking room. we had hit road. Yep, let's go. Yep, let's make a move. A new day. And now we go back to the offices, like so. What's the plan for today? Hitting the news? Checking out the halls, maybe? Actually, I was thinking... Severin, how rude. Don't they teach you to knock? No time for bickering, JJ. It's time. Time? Time for what? Time for us! Oh, I'm so sorry about that. The child, you dunce. Already? A large protest has started to form at the Place de la Concorde. No doubt it'll turn into an unruly mob before long. The spirit of revolution's in the air. We must act now. I'm going to start the necessary preparations at the courthouse, so I need you to get the king from the Palace Royal. And as you can see, we have Renaud's story, Toussaint's story, Sultan's coin, and Nathan's story. So we're good. You want me to drag the king to the courthouse? I'm not even sure that I could drag him from his chair. Use diplomacy, you dolt. I'm sure you'll think of something. Right. Come along, Sparrowson. We've a king to defend. To the palace! Falcon and Sparrowson rush across the city. Scores of angry eyes watch the pair's every movement. Cocorico is right. The spirit of revolution is in the air. Outside the Palais Royal, a crowd has started to form, the royal guards watch in nervous anticipation. 3,600 and... Save it, we're number one.
Go again. Should you be in jail?
There's no time for that nonsense! Your Majesty, we need you to come with us.
Why?
There's a trial you need to attend. There's a trial.
Why do you say so? I love trials. Oh, I might need to give a testimony. Please say it's so.
As a matter of fact, Your Majesty, yes. I think you will need to give a testimony.
Oh, goody. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go.
Time to finish it. They ain't won't spot us. I don't think so. Still early. The crowds are only just starting to form. With any luck, we can get this trial over before anyone realizes what's going on. You.
Uh-oh.
You treasonous scumbags! You actually captured a king!
Captured? Really a joke, Your Majesty? Oh, very subtle. I like it.
So it's true. You do intend to hold a trial. Your actions are utterly despicable. You're on the same level as the filthy rebel dissenters. Do you intend to stop us, Inspector? On any other day, I would. You're rotten lawbreakers through and through. I want nothing more than to see you tried and punished for your treacherous stances. But I owe a debt. To you, Falcon, and to Monsieur Cocorico. So you let us pass? I've ordered for 12 National Guards to set up a perimeter around the entrance of the Palais de Justice. The rebels will inevitably catch word that the king is here. They'll try to storm the building, and when they do, we'll be ready to hold them off. That's amazing. Thank you, Inspector. Go on, before I change my mind. Thanks, Zenigata.
Alright, settle down. Everyone, settle down. Oh, should I be standing here? Am I in the right place? Oh, where you are is perfect, Your Majesty. Now, is everyone here?
JJ Falcon, present. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Severin Cocorico, present. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
Ooh, this should be good. I wonder who's on trial. Oh, the jury are here. I pass the California, Your Honor. Everything seems to be in order. Now, the court is now in session for the trial of King Louis Philippe. Ooh, that's me. Ooh, that's me. Wait, what?
Calm down, Your Majesty. We're simply prosecuting you for a short list of 32 crimes against the French people.
What is this madness? Did you set me up to this?
Well, yes and no. We're your defense, Your Majesty.
I'm so confused.
The process is simple. I'll state a charge that is being leveled at you and present my evidence for the charge. You and your defense will then have an opportunity to present their own counter-evidence.
I'm even more confused.
Just let us do the talking, Your Majesty. We're doing this for your own good.
We won't want you to end up like old Louis XVI now, would we? Let's proceed. Prosecution, present the first charge.
King Louis Philippe, you're being charged with neglecting the lower classes of the nation. Your continued support of Guizot's outdated policies have resulted in an ever-growing wage gap. Poverty is rampant. Animals are forced to turn to begging, thievery, and burglary just to survive. How do you justify this vital attitude?
Goodness, you're going straight for the jugular, aren't you? I'm a good person. I don't hate poor people. I feel my contempt for them, certainly, but there we are.
Please allow me to do the talking, Your Majesty. Chevry, the king is far kinder to poor people than the general populace has been led to believe. Some would even describe him as a generous philanthropist. Who would describe him as a generous philanthropist? Some would. You're going to have to do better than that. Show me an example. Just one example of the king being generous to a poor person. Reynard's story. Reynard claims that the king has given financial advice to the poor and needy. I would like to present this story. It is an account of a person who was a sick and starving beggar. One day, this beggar was approached by the king. Did the king offer the beggar money? No. He offered something far better. He offered the beggar financial advice.
It's true, I did do that.
Where's that beggar now? He runs a successful business that can pull 40 francs from a single client transaction. Amazing. And the ex-beggar attributes the king for his radical transformation? Well, he didn't say so directly, but it's implied. Interesting. Would you mind telling us the name of this person? Renaud Vaupis. He's a man named Renaud Vaupis. Renaud Vaupis, the trickster and con artist who runs that deplorable private investigation service. You're familiar with him? Of course. That fox has been meddling in trials and disturbing investigations for years. If this is the caliber of person produced by the king's financial advice, then we should all be deeply concerned.
Oh dear.
Outside the Palais Royal, protesters charge at the building gates, effortlessly overcoming the royal guards. Looters take the opportunity to overrun and ransack the building. Where on earth is that accursed king? Piero! Oh, son of a mom! Roma is that he's gone fled the building. Same as Guizot. The Prime Minister and the King both fled before we even started our assault. How's that even possible? Madame Beaumont, I found someone who may be of use.
Oh dear.
A royal guard. Nice find, Fontaine. Speak, Doc. Tell us where the king is. Ha! You take me a common turncoat? I would have you now in the mighty officer Beck. Beck. I would shoot a dog and betray my country. Okay. The Passage Justice! Commodore came and took him to the Passage Justice. That was easy. Yeah, point a gun to him, yeah. Oh, you gonna die for your country, bitch? Yeah, thought so, bitch. Pierre, Fontaine, gather the crowd. We're marching on the Palais de Justice. Oh, what are we up to? Charge 12? Please continue, prosecutor. Very well. King Louis Philippe, you stand accusing of crushing small businesses in favor of supporting wealthier industry giants. Such a nepotic attitude only serves to discourage people from forming their own enterprises. I disagree. As a self-made businessman, the king has constantly shown his support for all businesses, big and small. Another ludicrous assertion from the defense. Prove me wrong, JJ. When has the king ever shown support for grassroots business? Toussaint says that the king supports local fishing industries. I would like to present this story. It is the account of a fisherman, angler, who recently caught an enormous catfish from the sea. Some say the fish was as large as 2 meters. Upon catching the fish, the king congratulated the man and offered him compensation for his efforts. Compensation for his efforts? You mean he bought the fish? In so many words, yes. Well, putting aside how weak an example that this is of a man supporting local businesses, I see a much more pressing issue. There's no way that a fisherman caught a 2-meter catfish from the sea! What if he had killer bait, like, say, a box of high-end chocolates? Ludicrous! Nobody would be stupid enough to use chocolates as fishing bait! You guys can't be serious. Outside the doors of the Tribunal de Grande, Inspector Valente watches the ever-growing crowd of protesters. The National Guard poise their bayonets, keeping the angry mob at bay. Disgusting rabble, a lot of them. Oh, looks like the guards are letting some through. An emissary of the rebels, or perhaps one who consider themselves the leader. Are you the officer in charge of this barricade? I am. I came to talk to you directly. I feel we can settle this maturely. No violence, no casualties. Wouldn't that be marvelous? We've only one demand. That is, that you stand aside and let me escort the king out of the building. Grant me that and I will order the crowd to disperse. I don't know if this is your first revolution, mademoiselle, but it certainly isn't mine. If your protesters want the king, then they'll have to get past the line of National Guards. And I don't think your people have the skill, equipment, or raw numbers to accomplish such a feat. Valente showed her. I believe we're up to the last charge, are we not? Correct. Charge 32. King Louis Philippe, you are accused of being an imbecile. You are mentally unfit to run this country. You don't need to get personal. It isn't a crime to be an idiot. It isn't a crime to be an idiot, Severin. And thankfully, if it were, we all be doing hard time right now. Illegal? No. But it does raise the question of why we are giving an idiot so much power. It almost sounds like Lucian of Shu. Oh, and Rodimus Prime of the Autobots. Let's not follow the example of Great Britain, who let the Mad King, George III, rule for decades past his prime. King Louis Philippe is neither mad nor stupid. He's an intelligent and competent individual. I'll have you know that I'm only competent on brew days. Your Majesty, please. You've chosen an impossible battle, JJ. The king's idiocy is widely accepted. I urge you to prove me wrong. Show me one shred of evidence that the king is not a blithering idiot. Okay. Nathan claims that the king's an avid reader and lover of history. I would like to present this account given by a local librarian. He asserts that the king is something of an avid reader. Picture books don't count, JJ. Oh, I had no idea an expansive history of the Macedonian Empire was a picture book. The king has been known to check out as many as a dozen thick books in a single day, covering a whole range of subjects. Face the facts, Sovereign! The king is an educated man! Perhaps a test is in order. That won't be necessary. What was the name of the last book you mentioned? An Expansive History of the Macedonian Empire? Tell me, Your Majesty, where is Macedonia?
Where?
Yes, I'll even make it easy. Just tell us the name of the continent. What continent is Macedonia in? You can do this, Your Majesty.
It's a war in 7 short.
Can you really do it?
I want to say Africa, but I've got it! Go on then.
Oh, I think we're done here, Your Honor. As I've demonstrated in excruciating detail, the king is incompetent, lazy, stupid, and occasionally... Let me read that again. As I've demonstrated in excruciating detail, the king is incompetent, lazy, stupid, and occasionally malicious. He isn't fit to run a bakery, let alone a nation. Okay, we're just going to let this be known. Do not let the king near La Soleil, okay? There you go. Just don't let him near La Soleil. We be fine.
Very well, prosecutor. Does the defense have anything to add?
Facts don't lie. Oh. No, Your Honor. I have defended this man to the best of my abilities, and I have nothing more to say.
Very good. Now, I shall now converse with the jury. We shall determine precisely which crimes the king is guilty of and decide on appropriate punishment. Punishment? No, man, you have to do something. I'm scared.
Calm down, Your Majesty. The whole purpose of this trial was to see that your punishment is fair and fitting. You're not going to end up with your head on a spike. At least I don't think you will. The mademoiselle is returning. How naive. Negotiation now, mademoiselle. Once again, I ask that you let me pass. Let me extract the king without issue, and then we shall be on our way. I warn you, the protesters are getting rowdy. Any moment now, they might charge on their own accord. Your commitment to pacifism is admirable, but you are brimming with naivety. Mademoiselle, be on your way. I warned you that your methods were too passive, madame. That foul voice! Show yourself, wolf! You're the friar who gave me tip-off about the croque monsieur. That's my information no good, Inspector. Did I not say how and when you could reach the croque monsieur? You admitted a few details. Your words almost killed a few acquaintances of mine. Well, Inspector, it seems that you and I agree on something. This wolf has a forked tongue. There's no need to direct your hatred at me, madame. I came here to give you a gift, a peace offering. You have nothing to offer. I most certainly do. Did you know that the tunnels of the sleeping city wind straight under the palace of their justice? It's true. If one were to put enough gunpowder in the right spot, one could even take an entire side of the building down. What are you prattling on about? How much gunpowder do you think it would take, madame? 50 kilograms? 100? Maybe 200 kilograms, just to be safe. Friar, tell me you didn't. The fuse is lit. In 20 seconds, the pillars of the Palais de Justice will fall like the Temple of Dagon. Running will do you no good, you brother-killing beaut. You're bluffing. There will be no explosion. You would like that to be the case, wouldn't you, Inspector? But unfortunately for you, the very killer emerges one last time! You! I must congratulate you, JJ. No, Falcon. You argue excellently. I'm as unsure as the penguin's fate as you are, but one thing is for certain. You could not have done your job any better. Thank you, Cocorico. After a small amount of deliberation, we've come to a decision. We find the defendant, King Louis Philippe, to be... Unchew, what was that? Explosion. It sounded like it came from right outside. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but my man's... How do I put this? Oh, for pity's sake, spit it out, monsieur. It's Rebels. There was a big explosion, and the Rebels are pouring into the building as we speak. You'll have the rabbit, everyone. Everybody clear out? Your Honor, quickly, what was the verdict? You're really in a time like this. There's no better time. Exile! Now get out of here! Caution! A valiant effort, Falcon, but we're both out of time and options. If the rebels want the king so badly, they can take him. You can't say that! Rooster's got a point, Falcon. Let's just turn the king over and let him receive his dues. We've done all we can. No. You two give up far too easily. Sparrowson, Cocorico, we're escorting the king to R&M Associates. In All's place, what can he do? If anyone has the power to make the king disappear, it would be that conniving fox. Yeah! That might just work. Come along, Your Majesty. Okay. Come on, Cocorico. No time to dawdle. I'm staying. For there to be any chance of your ridiculous plan succeeding, someone must stay behind to delay the rebels. Cocorico. Go. I've got this. Good luck. That damned wolf nearly killed the lot of us. You? You're the one harboring the king? It's a pleasure to see you again too, madame. Don't get snarky. Where is he? You're too late. The king has long left the building. For all I know, he could be halfway to Guadalupe by now. So he's already gone. Damn. There goes my opportunity to enact justice. Enact justice? You should have seen the trial, madame. Everything was official, professional, and logical. It was the most brilliant display of justice that I've ever seen. But the king is in the process of receiving a fitting punishment. Cocorico, did my father receive a fitting punishment when you were the prosecutor at his trial 10 years ago? No, madame. But every day since then, I've strived towards justice, and I shall continue to do so for the rest of my days. See that you do. Do hurry up, Your Majesty. This is taking forever. You aren't going any further. Is that fire? I'm not going to let you take another step towards the king. I didn't come here for the king. I came to kill you, JJ Falcon! Very well. Sparrowson, take the king and hurry to Reynard's. I'll handle this monster. Oh, you sure you'll be okay? I can handle one crippled wolf. Okay. Come on, Your Majesty. The explosion at the courthouse. That wasn't just the rebels, was it? Of course not. That was to take out the murderous pute who killed my brother. Madame Beaumont. She was the madame who pulled the trigger, but it was your words that sent it him. And I would do it again. You and your brother are heinous individuals. Call us what you like. It doesn't matter anymore. Your blood must pay for his. An eye for an eye. That is the way of the judges of old. You don't appear armed. I don't need a gun or a sword to kill you. There are 100 kilograms of gunpowder beneath our very feet. One more step and this entire area will go. Files come. Inspector, just in time. You look a little singed.
Did you hear that explosion, Monsieur Falcon?
I did. It seems the room is not true, Mouser. The revolution is in full swing. Go on! Get in there!
Visitors, Monsieur Falcon, visitors!
I wonder who... Oh my. King Louis Philippe. Good afternoon, Your Majesty. What? Are you... I am, and this is my companion, Mouser.
This is my crazy master.
I must admit, I rarely have a gentleman of your caliber in this office. Please, have a seat. Mouser, fetch His Majesty some tea.
Anyway!
I hear you can make paper disappear. Ah, yes, a new identity, a new face. Indeed, I can make that happen. Of course, there is a price.
How much?
Normally, a service would cost 100 francs, but for you, Your Majesty, 10,000.
10,000 francs! Oh, I don't carry that sort of money on my person.
I'm sure you can find a way. That crown on your head and egg in your hand would surely be enough to pay for this exquisite service.
You are quite much of a person.
Now, let's not let's not call each other's names. We are both grown men. Now, let's see. You'll need a disguise. Ah, here we go. Go put this on.
How do I look?
Mouse, could you come in here for a moment, please?
As a Monsieur Falcon. Oh! Who's this character? Where did King Philippe go?
You'll see, Your Majesty.
Is that convincing?
Of course, but we'll have to give you a new name and identity to match your new look. We need a name that is original yet ordinary, subtle yet exquisite.
Smith?
Brilliant, Mousy! Monsieur, your name is now John Smith. You are an upstanding English gentleman. The fuck?
Is that my parents, John Smith?
That's no good. We'll have to work on your English accent. Repeat after me. My name is John Smith.
My name is
John Smith. Wow, did you grow up in London, Your Majesty? Your accent is impeccable. Really? Tell him, Mousy.
I don't understand of it, so it must have been perfect English.
The sky's name accent. I think we are set. Are you ready, Mr. Smith?
I don't think so.
Of course you're ready. Flee, monsieur, flee. Take a horse to Calais. And from there, hire a boat to take you to the shores of England.
I think I'll make it to England, Mr. Smith.
With that disguise, Mousy, I think our kind would be lucky to make it down the street. With that disguise, Mousy, I think our kind would be lucky to make it down the street. Come on, let's return this egg to Sultan. A new day. And we're back at the offices. Come on, Bud Brain. Time's a wasting. Well, look, finally decided to get up. Give me a break. My legs are killing me from running on over Paris. Besides, we just had the case of a century. I don't think we'll allow one day to relax. Let's pray some Jacques Noir. Look at the stack of mail we have to reply to. Mail? Inspector Valente had asked us to sign off some paperwork regarding the death of Frere Remus. Cocorico wants us to arrange a lunch meeting to discuss potential future collaborative projects. And Madame Beaumont has asked us to establish a constitution for the Second Republic, if you can believe that. Plus, well, like a dozen requests for legal work from other citizens of Paris. I guess that gotten word around. I guess word has gotten around about our involvement in the King's trial. So much to do, but all I want is to take a holiday. Hey, Falcon, you think we're about to see some changes? Changes? The old King's gone, Prime Minister resigned, Second Republic's kicking off. I'm just saying, do you think this could be the start of a new era of peace for Paris? Can't answer that. No idea, huh? Me either. France has a scary, unwritten future ahead of it. But enough talk about politics, person. Let's go pick up some breakfast. Sounds good. I feel like pains are all chocolate. And that, my friends, was indeed the final, and I do mean final episode of Aviary Attorney. This game, of course, was made by Sketchy Logic. And this game was also sent to me by Sheena Marie Bach, in which I also have to say thank you for sending me this game. As this was one of my Christmas projects, so therefore this one is indeed done. I consider this game done and finished, and therefore I will probably upload this later. And then, more than likely, I will actually go on and finish Nekopara in the not-so-far future. So with that, thanks for joining me. And with that, see you next game, and TENKAI MUSOU! You have reached the end of Route B, Égalité. The ending you received was determined by a decision you made in Chapter 3. Try tackling we got them all, so there's no need to actually continue this. We're done with this game. So with that, once again, I'd like to thank you for watching. If there's anything you find on my channel interesting or entertaining, please do subscribe to my channel, which is youtube.com/user/PookieSC7. Also follow me on Facebook and Twitter if you have either account. And yeah, I think that's everything I need to tell you. Also, if you feel compelled to do so, I also have my book out, which is Legacy of the Seven Stars, volume number 1, which is on sale at Dorrance Publishing and Barnes & Nobles. The book cost $15. Ebook copy is $10 if you feel like you need to. So I had to throw all that out there, you know. I have a job to do. I have to promote my work, you know. Odds and ends and all that. So with that, I have been the Tenkaichi of gaming and otaku. Ichigo Musco, aka PookieSC7, and I shall see you next time for more Let's Plays and stuff in between. So with that, have a good rest of the day or night or whatever. I'll see you next time. See you next game.